There we go. Your back there is awesome. Here you go.
We out here in San Diego with the Youth Sports Center. My man Reggie Bush. Yo, doing a real big with the youth. We got a football campus you see behind me, Reggie's high school. We got a lot of energy. We having fun. It's a great cause. Yo, it's about the kids, guys. So make sure you guys support Youth Sports Center, Food Hall in the building. Check me out on Showtime's Ray Donovan, season 5, and whatever else I got coming out. If you're not watching this, you're losing.
You're losing.
Hey, I can dance like Michael Jack. So we on right now, man. Y'all watching the Youth Sports Center. We are live, man. I got coaches Stephen Cooper and Coach Charles James from San Diego High. This is the coronavirus issue. The Youth Sports Center, man. How you guys doing, y'all?
You doing good, man. Doing good out here.
Hanging in there. How you doing, Coop?
Staying out the
What
way.
you saying? Staying out the way. I heard that. So Coach Cooper is also one of the coaches for one of the top youth football powerhouses in the nation. Coop, how are you working with your kids, man, and how have you been able to try to connect with your kids during this off time?
Just communicating through social media or reaching out to the parents on our group line. Been getting in some workouts through some online classes, downloaded some Zoom apps so we all could get on the Zoom app and do our workouts, whether it's through the youth program or the high school program, tapping in twice a week just to get some workout in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good way to at least keep these kids focused and keep them honest, especially with the working out and stuff like that. I know it's been difficult with everybody not being able to physically be around her as much, man. Coach James, how are you able to do it? I know high school is a little bit different. They pretty much, cut off school with a quarter left. So how are you able and how are you still able to communicate the message to your team?
Well, all my guys, we're still, talking via text or Twitter or anything like that, Instagram, and I'm watching all them, work out still and do the things they need to do at the same time. Still talking to coaches and things like that. So it's still rocking and rolling with us over here.
Still rocking and rolling, man. I think this is kind of brought up towards like a new norm. So I want to ask I'm gonna ask Coach James this one first. I spent the last one at Coop first. Coach James, do you see them opening up football for high school this year?
Uh, I I I think they're gonna do everything in their power to do it. I think what we're waiting on pretty much is the state, because if the state superintendent says that all schools won't be open, it's not up to any CIF or anything like that. It's more off of what the state wants us to do. I know that all the coaches and kids wants to do it, but it's kind of like out of our hands right now. So it's really up to the state what they want to do.
Yeah. That same question to you, Coop. I mean, do you guys have any, you guys be a youth, I mean, do you guys have any kind of alternate plans to like maybe even keep this thing afloat if things don't go your way here in California?
If there's no high school football or high school sports in general, there's not going to be any youth sports. We use those facilities in order for us to have our youth game. So if they're not operating, I don't see the youth level operating either. So we're gonna play it by ear. We'll see what the state decides on with this quarantine stuff. But at the same time, I'm more worried about people's health than anything else. Sports is always gonna be there. It does suck for the seniors and or with other kids that are going into their senior year and may miss out on their fall season. But hopefully CIF and or whatever governing body can come up with a decision to where those kids can somehow get credited for another season that following fall season, hopefully, if we don't have a fall season.
Yeah, man, it'll be real tragic. I know it's been a lot of folks. I mean, somebody even asked me. They were like, "Man, are you willing to do two weeks in jail just to have football back?" I said, "Hell no, no, sir." But hey, it's been a good clean break for everybody, and I think it's given everybody a chance to kind of retool and learn how to do things different. Air's a little bit cleaner, tastes different. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think are going to be the changes? Coop, you can start this one off first. What do you think the changes that are going to be made for the youth game going leading up into high school as far as the health of these kids and people, stadiums, and everything like that?
I think we'll see a change in the group gatherings, just how
Hmm.
many people are able to go to games. It'll probably just be immediate family, probably mom, dad, sisters, brothers. Outside of that, the extended family, they're probably going to be utilizing people like yourself with promoting high school games. We're just using social media outlets to show those games for people that are alumni and or just trying to watch their family or friends play. So we shall see in all due time.
Hmm. Same thing. Same question to
Yeah.
you, Coach James. What do you think will
I
be some of the methods that they'll try to do?
I agree with Coop. We start getting a couple not text messages, emails about some of the things that's been brought to the boards at the state side, and they were talking about trying to keep the capacity down off of games and things of that nature as well. So I do see that happening, uh, at least in the next near future. I see that happening, but um, you know, it's going to be tough for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was from what I was hearing and things like that. Just watching the news, how they were how they're just looking to, you know, just try to clean up the country, I guess. But this has all been a little crazy for everybody. I think this has kind of caught everybody off guard with the loss of jobs and things like that, things of that nature. It's going to take a while to get things just started back up the right way again, or just bring things back to normal. Because I think this right here will possibly be the new norm. Um, Within the past couple of weeks, I've talked to you guys both about just the game ball and everything else like that. Coach James, you've done some stuff here with a partner of yours, Mr. Ike from one of Morris High School's former track star with yourself. You guys are all putting together a project that'll be helping kids recruitment into college. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Most definitely. We're just helping. Right now, you have a lot of kids that can't talk to counselors, and then a lot of counselors within inside the school, they don't know a lot of the NCAA requirements as well. So kids being at home and parents being at home, not knowing what angles to take or what they should be doing right now as far as the transcript. School has changed completely where everybody's online, but there's no counselors telling them what they need to do at that next level. So what we wanted to do was make a platform for every kid in any sport. It's not just football or basketball. It's every sport. Kids that want to get to that next level in the NCAA, as far as the clearinghouse clearance and the A through G requirements and things like that. So we're building a platform where everybody is going to be taken care of if they follow the steps that we wanted them to take.
Okay, and Coop, I know you do a lot of stuff as far as training is concerned. You guys have a gym and a facility that you guys were working out of, and talk about a little bit of what you do outside of just coaching football, but keeping people fit and in shape.
Well, I run a facility up in Scripps Ranch, which is F45. It's functional circuit and hit training all in one, where it's group training. I also do personal training from kids all the way to adults, and individual training and group training also. My specialty is definitely with strength training. I love to lift weights. We built a nice facility here in my household, in my garage, to where I'm going to start training people out of this facility here, and then we're going to migrate into some a little bit bigger once we create find the correct space that we need for the individuals that we're training. So, in all due time, you'll see us take off. Right now, it's just starting out, but hopefully, the people believe in what we're going to do, train and coach, and show them how to do it, and then go from there.
Yeah, you guys both have top tier athletes in your home, and you guys have both been working with some of the top athletes in San Diego here. I'm going to ask you guys about a couple kids that you guys know very well. Coach Cooper, we're going to start with you first. We're going to ask about that guy Kai Cooper, man. I know you got Jaden Wickaware, who just left for college also. So I know you're really proud of him at Princeton University doing his thing. Shout out to the Wiki what, Wiki who, Wiki where, but how's Kai's development coming, man? And during all this, man, I mean, you get to see your kids develop right in front of you. How do you feel about that?
He's coming right along, man. Ain't rushing the process, letting him be a kid more than anything else. He's having fun with his friends, developing just how I see him developing. It ain't no slower or faster than anybody else. It's all gonna play out when he gets to high school. That's where it all counts. So everything that's going on in youth is he's had a lot of great experiences, traveled a lot of different places, played a lot of high caliber teams. So the biggest thing is putting him on different platforms so he can go out there and compete against the best and see what the top talent's like. And he talks about it, so I'm gonna put him out there so he can go audition for it. But what I mean, he has to want it for himself. It ain't about me wanting it for him. I'm gonna try to guide him the best that I can and being his father and his coach. But he has to want it himself. So I'm proud of him for everything he's done on and off the field, and he has great IQ, and big things will happen to him in the future.
Yeah, now he played some quarterback, here within the past couple of years. Will that be a position that we'll be looking forward to him moving back towards? Is going back to that QB position?
He's gonna play wherever the team needs him. I develop him to be an athlete. He can throw, he can catch, he can run, he can tackle. I teach my kid to be a well-rounded athlete because I don't know how big, how fast, how slow he's gonna get, how strong he's gonna be. So if he doesn't pass the eyeball test, you better be able to catch and run. If you do pass the eyeball test,
Yeah.
then you got a leg up on people. So we'll see how it develops along the way. Just develop him to be an athlete and go from there.
And Charles James, with you and dealing with one of the top sprinters, top what is she doing? She doing the hurdles, correct? In the
Hurdles.
state. How is Cece's development? Charlize James, how is her development doing right now in this Corona?
Just like Coop said, man, we letting her be a kid, and to be honest with you, it's working out. She didn't got taller just being here, and that's what a lot of kids they don't understand that rest period. Just like any top notch
Mm,
athlete, they got to have a rest period for their body can rebuild from all the pain that they're going through and stuff, and their muscles can grow. So just her just being at home, man, she's grown a couple inches. Her legs got bigger. Her arms got bigger. We still do our plyos and our weightlifting and running hills and stuff like that in the house in the backyard. So she hasn't fallen off at all, but she's doing as far as her developing and getting bigger and stronger. That was her knock was just the height and stuff like that. A lot of the girls she runs gets are taller and stuff. Now she's starting to get it, so I'm excited about that.
yeah, it's big because in that track season, a lot of kids lost their season this year. With it taking
Yep.
away that the fourth quarter, the last quarter of of high school.
Yeah.
How did she deal with that? Losing a whole year of track.
She it hurt her. She was kind of let down because she was having an amazing season. She went against the number one girl in the state and barely lost to her, and she was ready for this year. She looked real good, and then she broke the freshman record last year, um, and then they said it was wind dated, so she was ready to just massacre the 10th because the fresh soft record. So she was ready to do it this year, and then they from this coronavirus they canceled the meet, so she wasn't able to run in it this year, and next year she'll be a junior, so she'll never be able to run that race again. So that kind of bothered her a little bit. She'll be asked to come back to Arcadia and Mount Sac. She was in an invite for that, which is a big deal. We feel great about it, but she knows she got 2 more years, um, and she got people looking at her, so she's not too upset about that. But she wanted to knock down some things as a 10th grader this year.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna take a small commercial break, and we will be right back with you guys. This is YSC the show number 27, and this is Welcome to the Cave. We'll be back, guys, and anybody else who wanted to bring on or have their team or their coaches come on to YSC the show, and we can talk them through this coronavirus. We will be welcoming players as well as coaches, but this is the San Diego High Coaching Edition. We'll be right back, guys, after this commercial break. Give me just a second.
Yeah, ain't no love in this shit, bitch.
Get up, let's go. Now, what we have to do today is play 40 minutes of football. Smash mouth football for 40 minutes of your life. Something that you'll remember for the rest of your life. Be that guy to make the play today. Big hit, whatever it is. Be the guy. Stop taking second fiddle to somebody watching somebody else do it. You step up and you be the man. Step up. Each and every one of you is 11 guys doing one thing at a time. One play at a time. You go 100% for that one play.
Don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that? You gotta end somebody's dream. You gotta take their job. You gotta take their heart.
Davis, good job, good job.
That's that nasty, Davis. That's that nasty, Davis. I'm here right now. I'm your boy Reed Dudley. You know I can't lie to you. I'm here with today's player of the game, Corday Douglas. He came in, he brought it. He did everything he was supposed to do on the field. Corday, go ahead and take your hat off, man. Let the hair fly, baby. Let it show. Corday, how you feeling, man?
Good, excited.
Excited, man. You had to make a statement today, man. Balboa, one of the toughest teams in San Diego, man. What would you want to let them know today, man?
That I'm better than last year. I'm back.
I'm better than last year. He said, I'm back. Better than ever. Man, get Quan over here. Quan over here, defensive line. Where 42 at? Come on, man. Let's go round up your defensive lineman, man. Let's go line them up right here. 42. Let's get right here. Quan right here, man. Yo, 23, you won't let nothing around you around the edge, man. You look like one of the fastest players of the team. What's going on?
Just putting hard work.
This defensive line right here. Say your name for me, man. DeRicky, man. Hey, yo, he playing excellent defensive tackle today, man. Him and these guys right here, the defensive line, where 44 at? Oh, man, with number 44, what's his name? Kavion, man. Let me tell y'all, this is the best defensive line in the country right here, y'all. Turn up, turn off. This is the Youth Sports Center. Greatness allowed. Josiah Cox, what's going on, man? What you got to say about your defensive line? You ain't got to make no tackles no more.
Man, our defensive line is furious out there, man. They did a great job today. They got in there.
Take your hat off. Take your hat off.
Yeah, take off your helmet.
They did the best that they did. They did their best job. And I got to cop it up to them, man.
Yeah, man. That's what it is. That's what it is. Giving love to his defensive lineman, man. Los Toros pulls away to win 21-6. Oh, here, man. Greatness allowed, man. Turn up. Are back for those folks who are going to be looking towards if you guys want some streaming done next year at your games, man, go ahead and get some streaming in there. Coop got his own camera guy. He got that Mud Shark guy out there. Shout out Mud Shark Productions. who's out there doing his thing. We always like to use his highlights sometime in between the clips. Uh, but yeah, man, it's some real interesting stuff going on, man. How did you guys feel about? I'm gonna ask you guys. We're gonna go big boy ball now. We talked about the young guys. What did you guys think about the NFL draft? Coop, you go first.
Man, I thought. Okay, go ahead, Coop.
Go ahead, Coach James. Go ahead, Coach James.
Yeah, go
Hey,
ahead.
man,
Okay.
I was looking at some of the guys, but one that I really was looking at, man, was our hometown hero. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think he went kind of low, even though he got in there. I think he did a lot for Washington in the Pac-12 this year, and I thought he should have been like in the second or third, well, at least third round. I think he should have went, man. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
was that was one I was looking at. You know what I'm saying?
With Desmond Patton, with Desmond Patton.
Yeah, yeah. I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought Dez was gonna go like third round, but overall, man, I think it was a. I know. We look forward to the New York thing and everything. It was supposed to be a big event in Vegas this year, but I think it was kind of cool, man, seeing everybody at home with their families. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of cool. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good. I think the girlfriends are gonna have to find a different approach this time. You know, next time around. I think, I think the girlfriends gonna have to start having their A game ready. Coop, what did you think about the draft, man?
The draft, I don't have really too much input on the draft, man. I don't have too much time to watch college football because I'm always at the youth field from start to finish. So it's hard for me to even keep up with the college players. But overall, I wish each and every one of them good luck. I hope they stay healthy and get out there and live their dream and their goals that they set for themselves.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I'm with Coach James. I was pretty excited about the Patton move because knowing that he goes to the Indianapolis Colts and we got a San Diego quarterback coach over there at Marcus Brady. I think that's just a good pickup. 6'4" wide receiver.
Mhm.
Bringing some new. You got Phillip Rivers back in there. I mean, the Colts. Hey, man. So it was
Yeah.
always good. To see these
Mhm.
guys making their moves, man. But this is going to be an interesting year to see how everything plays out. I wanted to ask you guys how the country is dealing with the situation. They're dealing with it in a different way, where it's pretty much. I always tell everybody, it's not as much as it's United States of America. I say every state that I've ever been to reminds me of being like in a different country or something like that, and that's how they're handling this situation. So you got some states that are opened up already, and you got big states like ours that are closed down. Do you think that is going to affect how sports are played? I mean, and could you see teams in California traveling for a big part of their high school games this year? Or I mean, would that happen? I mean, because it seems like they're not good. California may not get opened up as fast as some of these other states. Do you think that they would allow more travel for youth and high school football now?
Not for high school. One thing I do know, and it's sad to say, but sometimes it's a money game when it comes to our whole state, bro. And um,
Mhm.
if we're traveling to a whole nother state where our district, our county, our state's not making money, I don't think they're gonna send us out there and risk the kids for that. That's gonna be the deciding factor when they say the health value of it. But to send us somewhere else, who's to say we go out there, we catch it and bring it back to San Diego? So I don't think they'll do that necessarily so much. Um, you know, allowing us to go to other states. If they don't shut us down and we can go, I think yeah. But if they shut us down, say we're not playing, I don't think, because everybody will say, okay, we going to Florida to play or whatever the case may be. And that goes into the case with budgets and people getting cleared to go out there. I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah. Coop, what do you think about the youth level and these other states opening up and California not being able to? Will you guys travel and just to be looking to get games?
I wouldn't. I know for myself and my team, that's not something I wouldn't support. I feel like most people need to save their money with what they're trying to do, especially with a lot of the families that we deal with. I don't want having to spend money on traveling and then lodging and food, all for just playing some football games. and then just that bill's gonna add up along the way. So at the end of the day, I'd rather have people sit back, save, take care of their family, stay safe, and then follow proper protocol and just educate themselves with what's going on and keeping their kids safe.
All right, man. And I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you guys up out of here because I know everybody want to watch, the second part of the Michael Jordan, the Last Dance. Coop mentioned that earlier. He said, "Man, man, come on, Reed. You can't be having me on 8 o'clock during the Last Dance." I was like, "All right, man, we'll change the time." So, Coop, what have you enjoyed doing the most here, um, as far as being able to be with your family and stuff like that? What have you been able? What's been the biggest um, thing you've gained from the coronavirus epidemic?
Man, look at the damn thing, homie. It's all in the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing. Shoot. Sitting in this damn gym all damn day eating weights. Shoot, I ain't playing with y'all. Shoot. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth.
Coop said I'm
Hey,
even go thirst trap on the U Sports Center. I'm gonna
hey,
bring
man. Hey,
the
hey,
out.
y'all can sit on your bottoms and get big while I'm up here moving and grooving, getting it. There it is, exactly. You know what
I'm
I'm
trying to.
saying?
I'm trying to
You
get.
know
I'm
what
trying. I've been thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I've been
I'm
thinking about it.
saying?
You know what I mean? Get my
Nah, man.
buffos. Coach James.
I've been
Go
staying
ahead.
on top of. I've been staying on top of my health and my fitness. Real talk, honestly, I'm staying on top of my health and fitness. Doing a lot of reading up on a lot of nutrition and stuff. Trying to educate myself a lot of stuff. But overall, just really just staying on top of my training, staying healthy, and then coaching up my kids that are out there and having them tap in for our weekly day workouts.
Yeah. What about you, Coach James? I've watched. If you guys haven't seen, Coach James goes live and
Hey
has
man,
his cooking show. You know what I'm saying? He put
hey
the
man,
gloves on, baby, and get busy. He made roll tacos and some more stuff, baby. He showed y'all how to get down.
yes.
I mean, is there another spin coming this week?
Unfortunately, I'm not on the Coop train. I've been gaining weight since I've been here. I've been gaining weight, and you know what? I mean, spending a lot of family time has been great. Um, and those things, just taking advantage of those situations has been great. Me and my baby today, we did some planting. She wanted to grow some fruits and some strawberries and all that stuff. So we got some of that stuff going for her. So that was just a great time, and hopefully everybody's spending time with their family and take advantage of this. Like Coop said, also doing a lot of reading, man. I've been playing the stock game and it's been great. So getting some of that time that we don't get normally on a normal day is great, man.
Yeah, I've been calling Coach James getting some stock tips here recently. Trying to get my portfolio up. You know what I mean?
Get it
In
in,
here
man.
it is
Get
Corona,
it,
but
get
no,
it
man, I've
in.
been enjoying some time with my family, my brother and my cousin. Man, getting to hang out with them. Sometimes I think you're around people, but we're always moving so fast in this rat race, man, in life, and I think you don't notice the little things that you miss. You know what I mean? There's little things that you miss, and spending time with folks is one of them. And I think this gave everybody, a great amount of time to, start to deal with, the people who live in their house, especially those parents who got kids, especially those ones with kids. Them 8 hours them kids
Yeah,
is y'all at school, man, that make a big difference when they at home and they all on your helmet.
yeah. Most definitely, man. When we got these kids all day and the parents don't understand that and be like, what you mean? What you mean? Now they at the house with these kids and I'm like, yeah, teach them all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What it
yeah.
is.
Them dudes be a little bit more. Now they a little bit. They'll come back to school. They'll probably have a little bit more respect for the coaches and teachers
Oh
and stuff
yeah.
like that. A little bit more like, hey man, hey look, it was like recess wasn't cool at my house last week.
Yeah.
Mom's wanted to fight. Look,
Man, and
so
you know
yeah,
what?
man, it's
All
been
respect,
cool, man.
but all respect to the coaches that do youth as well. Like, cause Coop, man, and Coach Green, and those guys coach high school, and then they go down and coach youth. Man, that's an all day gig, and sometimes parents don't even appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. They doing it on both sides. So hats off to all the coaches that's doing both, or even doing youth all the way through, man. Um, yeah, that's
Well,
just a big deal.
during youth football season, high school football season, I mean, you got kids that are going to practice for like another 2.5 hours. So on top of that,
Hmm.
8 hours at school, they're gone another 2.5, almost 3 hours. So I mean, they're getting like 11 hours. Just
Yeah.
not just somebody just actually working with their kid in somehow, some way. So now having all those
Hmm.
hours at home to spend, I try to tell a lot of people. I hope that everybody picked up a craft. I picked up
Hmm.
photography, doing a little bit more photography in my off time, and just going around taking
Hmm.
pictures and stuff, and just taking time to relax, man. I've been doing the Youth Sports Center
Hmm.
kind of crazy for the past 8, 9 years. So I didn't know I could sing this good. So now I've been picking up something like woo. See, I ain't got the crackle in my voice that I be having. I used to be having the crackle in my voice. I could get some steady messing up. Oh yeah. Woo. Yeah, I feel better. My voice feels better now. So we're back at it, man. I can't wait, man, to get around y'all again, man. Start doing more stuff. We got some other things that are going to be happening this coming up year as soon as this Rona is over, and that's the Charles James Foundation. I'm pretty sure Coop and myself both will be working closely with the Charles James Foundation to help get kids
Hmm.
scholarship, and there will be an award show. And yours truly, we will be in there hosting it, and we will have
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
live streamed also. So we'll be doing our
Most
own
definitely.
awards out here in San Diego. Charles James, talk about a little bit of your vision of to make all that stuff happen and where it came from.
Uh, Most definitely. A lot of that came from just outside of the kids that we help with scholarships and stuff like that, athletically. A lot of kids that play for us that they won't get a full ride scholarship, but they still get into college, and we wanted to help them as well. We were fortunate enough to raise some money. We have some sponsors and stuff like that, and it's not going away. So everybody that helped out, we bought we were able to give two juniors. So we wanted to help out four kids this year. So we got two juniors that we raised enough money. We buying them computers. We also have four students that we're going to help them out with $1,000 scholarship that we wanted to throw up, but we still, like you said, we might do it live. And we just giving back to the kids, man, and trying to help them out any way that we can, um, and get them to the next level.
Yeah, man. Well, man, it's always been great, man. It's always good talking to you guys, man. I'd like to give a shout out right now to the SDYFC and to San Diego Pop Warner. Shout out to the Balboa Raiders organization. Check them out. Go ahead and check out their website. I know they're up and still pumping. Do what you can do to support the youth. Shout out to San Diego High and the CIF for allowing us to do what we do, live streaming the games and stuff like that every Friday night. Um, it's gonna get better. We're gonna get better. As you guys can see, we're live even through the corona. If we you sports can withstand the Rona, so can you. All right, we appreciate AG Sport Video Production. My man Alfred Goodlow always does a great job, man, in supporting the Youth Sports Center and your boy Reed Dudley and everything else that we've been doing over the years. We're going to continue this partnership to continue it blossoming. If you guys want to hit us up, contact us on Facebook, Youth Sports Center, Grid News and Information, or hit us up at Youth Sports Center. We will be looking for sponsors as we will be getting you guys more shows like this, more live interviews during the Rona, and we're going to still keep in contact with our coaches and our players and try to make sure that everybody's doing their best to keep away and stay away, from everybody else for the time being. And we'll just do it right now, man, through live stream, man. So I appreciate you guys coming in and stopping through, man, telling everybody what you guys got going on. As always, man, it's your boy Reed Dudley, man, the Youth Sports Center. Greatness allowed. This has been the Rona, show number 27. Coaches only. I'll see y'all soon, man. We'll have a good one, man. I'm going to the beach. Go
Hey,
take some more pictures.
With Reed Dudley of San Diego Youth Sports Center.
Yes.
And Reed, you're a busy man tonight.
Yeah,
PA,
man.
play-by-play, you're
Yeah.
doing it all, but you do so much for the kids of San Diego. What's the
Man.
reward for you?
That's what it's about. For about the last 10 years, I've been doing the Youth Sports Center, Greatness Allowed, and I partnered up with AG Sports Video Production, and we've just come together to bring live video feeds of some of the top high school and youth football around San Diego County, and we even do it in some of LA and Arizona and Nevada areas as also.
And what's the motivation for you? I mean, it's Friday Friday Night Lights. That's what it's all about.
I grew up in San Diego playing for the Skyline Tigers myself, and I always wanted to be on film like this and on camera, and I always wanted to have that feeling. As a kid, me and my friends didn't get to have it. So as I got older, I said, forget it. Let's create something for the kids of my own neighborhood. And this is my way of giving back.
It's the technology that keeps us young.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. These kids and these phones these days, man. If you can't keep up with them, you can't. But if you guys want to go check us out, we're live right now on Facebook, the Youth Sports Center Grid News and Information page.
With Reed Dudley of San Diego Youth Sports Center, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us on the PPR Hogcast.